So you typed what fits in a 5x10 storage unit into Google at some unreasonable hour, probably while standing in a room full of stuff you don't know what to do with. Sweetheart, I've been there. Welcome to the club. I'm Margot Way, and I'm about to answer every question your anxious brain is asking right now, so you can stop doom scrolling storage websites and start actually solving this problem. So how big is a 5x5 storage unit really? A 5x10 is 50 square feet. That's 5 feet wide by 10 feet deep. Picture a large walk-in closet or half a standard one-car garage. If you've ever seen a cargo trailer behind someone's SUV, that's about the vibe. It's the Goldilocks of storage units. Not so small you're playing furniture Tetris, not so big you're paying for air you'll never use. It's just right. What can you actually fit in a 5x10 storage unit? Here's where it gets real. A 5x10 comfortably holds a complete bedroom set, queen or full-size mattress, box spring, dresser, nightstands, headboard, and still have room for 10 to 15 medium boxes on top of that. A small one-bedroom apartment's worth of furniture if you're between leases, traveling for a few months, or doing that nomad phase that sounds romantic until you realize you still own a couch. All your sports and hobby equipment, bikes, golf clubs, skis, snowboards, camping gear, that kayak you swore you'd use more than twice. Get it out of your garage so you can actually park your car again. Seasonal items that eat up closet space, holiday decorations, winter coats, patio furniture, the inflatable pool your kids will demand the second it hits 75 degrees. Small business inventory, event supplies, retail stock, craft supplies, files and records you need to keep but don't need taking up prime real estate. If you looked at a 5x5 and thought, close, but I need just a little more wiggle room, the 5x10 is your answer. Is a 5x10 big enough for a one-bedroom apartment? Honestly, it depends on how much furniture we're talking. If you've got the basics, bed, dresser, small couch, coffee table, a few boxes, yes, a 5x10 will handle that beautifully. If you've got a fully loaded living room situation with a sectional entertainment center and that antique armoire your grandmother guilt-tripped you into keeping, you might want to look at the 10x10, but for most people doing a temporary downsize or storing between moves, the 5x10 is the sweet spot. What's the difference between a 5x5 and a 5x10? Simple math, but big difference in real life. A 5x5 is 25 square feet, basically a small closet. Great for boxes, seasonal decor, and small items. A 5x10 is 50 square feet, double the space. That's when you can fit real furniture, mattresses, dressers, the stuff that actually takes up room in your life. Think of it this way. 5x5 is for your stuff. 5x10 is for your furniture and your stuff. How much does a 5x10 storage unit cost? Prices vary depending on where you live and whether you want climate control, but at YourWay Storage, we keep it simple and fair. There's a small move-in fee and coverage is required, but your existing renters or homeowners policy may qualify. Nonsense that makes you want to throw your phone across the room. You can check current pricing for your nearest location in about 30 seconds on our website. And yes, we have online reservations because it's not 1997. Should you get climate control for a 5x10? If you're storing anything that can warp, crack, mold, or melt, yes. Wood furniture, leather, electronics, photographs, vinyl records, musical instruments, important documents, artwork, all of it does better in climate control. If you're just storing plastic bins of Halloween decorations and some metal shelving, standard is probably fine. But here's my rule. If you'd be upset to lose it, protect it. The difference in cost is usually less than a streaming subscription. Your grandmother's china is worth more than Netflix. Now here's the part where I get a little real with you. A 5x10 isn't just 50 square feet of concrete and a roll-up door. It's breathing room. It's the space between I can't deal with this right now and okay, I've got this handled. It's where the treadmill goes when you finally admit you're not using it, where the baby clothes go when your heart isn't ready to donate them yet, where the boxes from the move go while you figure out what chapter comes next. Storage isn't about having too much stuff. It's about being human. And humans, we accumulate, we attach, we hold on. And sometimes the healthiest thing we can do is put it somewhere safe while we figure out the rest. That's not hoarding. That's healing with a game. Now, here's my storage therapist advice. And I give this to everyone, so listen up. Don't squeeze. Upgrade upgrade. A 5x10 is perfect for what I just described, but if you looked at that list and thought, that's cutting it close, the 10x10 is usually just a few dollars more per month and gives you double the space. I'm talking double. Same depth, but twice as wide. Room to actually walk in, find what you need, and not have a panic attack every time you open that door. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever called me and said, Margot, I wish I got the smaller unit. You know what they say? I should have gone one size up every single time. So if you're on the fence between the 5x10 and the 10x10, get the 10x10. Give yourself room to breathe, room for life to happen, room for the stuff you forgot you were storing until you need it in 6 months. Future, you will present you a thank you card, maybe even flowers. So here's the bottom line. If you've got a bedroom's worth of furniture or a small apartment's worth of life, and you know exactly what you're storing, the 5x10 is a beautiful fit. If there's any doubt, maybe I'll add more later, my mom might need me to store some stuff too, size up. The 10x10 is worth every extra penny. Got emotional baggage? We've got units, because sometimes geese just needs room to breathe, and a little extra square footage never hurt anyone. When life gets messy, store it your way. Whether you're near ISU campus, over in Old Town, or out in Chubbuck, we're right here at 762 McKinley Avenue, ready to help you get your space back. YourWay Storage, Pocatello. When life gets messy, store it your way.